I know this kind of delves into politics a little bit, but with the, over the past couple of years, the decisions in Kansas and Pennsylvania over intelligent design, the court's saying that that should not be taught in classes, and your explanations are being similar to what I've heard intelligent design explanations being consisting of. What's your opinion of those court cases, Rana?
Okay, with respect to your comments on intelligent design, at the very beginning of my talk, I tried to explain the difference between our perspective at Reasons to Believe and what you get from the intelligent design movement. We would kind of agree with the validity of the court decisions in the sense that what you see from the intelligent design movement is as an avoidance of trying to identify what that intelligent designer is. They also avoid trying to describe the history of the universe and the life within the universe. So there's no story that's being told there. There's no comment on the origins. And so in that context, it's not a model. And if it's not a model, it's not scientific. And so what we're trying to do at Reasons to Believe is something very different from what you've seen described in the court cases, where we actually do take positions on the origin, the history, and the specific details, and actually look at the cause and effect all the way through, and then try to propose specific ways it can be put to the test. And if I could just say something about the gaps, because gaps have always been raised here, and of course gaps always exist in any scientific model, and will continue to exist, because we'll never know everything there is to know about any natural phenomena. On the other hand, gaps can be used as a tool to put a model to the test. And here's how it can be done. I mean, you can say, well, does the gap from a naturalistic perspective get bigger as we learn more and more about the phenomena, or does it get smaller? If it gets smaller, then that's reason to believe a naturalistic explanation. But if the gap gets bigger with respect to increasing knowledge, then that's not a good sign for the naturalistic model. And that can be turned the other way around. Does the gap get smaller or bigger from a supernatural explanation? And there again, you have to be specific about the supernatural. The more specific you can be, the more detailed your predictions can be. And I appreciate the challenge here that we need to be developing hard predictions rather than soft predictions. And again, with any scientific model, some of the predictions will be hard, some will be soft, some will be in between. Some of the predictions, if they were to be demonstrated to be correct, would be catastrophic to the model, which means you have to actually throw the entire model out. And we gave some specific examples of how that could happen with respect to our model. Other ones would simply demand adjustments in the model, some large adjustments. And so we talk about corrosive predictions, predictions that would be corrosive to the model but not necessarily fatal, requiring major adjustments. And then predictions that, if were proven to be incorrect, would require minor adjustments to the model. Well, we argue that that's true of any decent scientific explanation. There's going to be a range of hardness in the predictions. But I do agree it's incumbent upon us to provide a range of those predictions, which is what we're trying to do at Reasons to Believe, is not just give you 2 or 3 predictions, but actually give you dozens, if not hundreds, encompassing that full range.